What's up, guys? Enkiri here, and welcome to vlog number 57. I've got some solid work for you guys today. We're back around to some heavy lower body work, and we're finally approaching the culmination of my front squat cycle. This is the second to last training session before I tested the waters a little bit with that 395 single that I showed you guys a couple weeks ago. In this session, I worked up to a very solid and almost, but still not quite maximal triple with 360 pounds, which I followed up with two strong back-off triples with 340 pounds and 330 pounds for my second and third sets. So, as far as the squat work goes, I was very pleased with this session. Watching the warm-ups, the last two lifts with 315 and 345 both moved very smoothly, which is always nice. When I'm working up to a scheduled weight, I always strive to make the warm-up lifts feel as smooth and easy as possible to give myself a nice confidence boost as I move towards the actual heavy work for the day. And then, on the top set with 360, the first two reps were fantastic. The depth was good, and my form finally appears to have clicked pretty much entirely here. My hips are moving pretty well straight up and down, my upper back is staying tight and not threatening to collapse on me, at least not until I get to the third rep, and the bar speed is pretty solid as well. And then I just kind of hammered it all the way home with the two back-off sets. None of the reps were really all that difficult there, nor should they be, but it can be pretty psychologically demanding to do these sets anyway, because mentally you're kind of on your way down a little bit after knocking out the heavy work. But regardless, my form held up very nicely and the bar moved well, and they were both very high quality sets overall, which is all you can really ask for. I believe this was only my 9th front squat session since re-implementing the lift, and I still was able to increase the weight on the bar twice a week every single session up to this point, which, to be honest, I really didn't think I would be able to continue for this long and still be knocking out these triples, but somehow I did. And in a span of just 4 weeks, I think I had pretty much run my front squat back up to former PR levels after not having trained the lift in several years, which honestly surprised me. You just never know when a particular lift is going to click. But sometimes they just do, and the best thing you can do is just hold on for dear life and ride that wave out for as long as possible, because eventually it's gonna knock you on your ass. So it's best to milk it for all you can and enjoy it while it lasts. After the front squats, I moved on to power cleans, which these didn't go quite as well as the front squats, but they were fine. I did 4 triples here, starting with my scheduled weight of 210 pounds, and after the first 2, I decided to move up to 215 for the last 2. And like I said, they were alright for the most part. I'm clearly pulling the bar very high, but it's just all over the place, unfortunately. You'll see I often have to ride it down into a half squat because I throw the bar so out of line sometimes with these that I'm off balance and I can't execute a proper catch. And I still never really felt like I got the transition right here, and so I always felt like I was shortchanging myself during the second pull. And in recent history, I've actually power cleaned way more from the hang than from the floor, just because I can get more power into the bar that way. But even then, I never feel quite as comfortable executing a clean as I do a snatch, for whatever reason. I'm just better at it. Given my current goals though, the power clean from the floor just seems to be too high maintenance. I thought with 2 weekly sessions I'd be able to find a form that I was comfortable with, but it never really clicked for me. If I really wanted to get good at these again, I would have to truly prioritize them and do them at least 3 times a week, if not more, I think. But that's simply not something I'm interested in doing anymore. So after this session, I decided to remove them from the program and do more high pulls and hang power snatches instead. I may also reintroduce the hang power clean as well at some point in the near future when I'm looking for some variety in this slot. But the power clean from the floor is likely to be something I don't concern myself with again unless I decide I want to make it my main goal, which is unlikely. Anyway, I finished up the day with a strong set of deadlifts. I was still working with 475 pounds at this point, and I managed to knock out another solid set of 5 reps here. I know I've said this like 10 times at this point, but I'm very happy about where this lift has gone these last couple months. I've just never been able to hit 5-rep sets so casually and consistently and frequently like this with these kinds of weights before. I've done this multiple times for 5 reps in the past, but it's always been part of a linear progression and a step up the ladder as part of my peaking for a meet or whatever. But I always had to prep for a few weeks to get there, and I couldn't really just walk in and do it on any given day multiple times a week, let alone at the end of a workout. So that's progress. I know people like to come on here and look at my old footage and tell me I've gotten weaker or that my days of making legit progress are behind me, but I don't think that's the case just yet. In some respects, I am weaker now than I was a few years ago, but in many respects, total body strength being one of them, I'm actually far stronger now and stronger than I've ever been. I'm just not really a specialist in one or two things anymore. I do still have a few specialized goals, and I will achieve them, but more groundwork needs to be laid first, and that's what I'm focusing on right now. It's a process, though. And when you've been doing this shit for as long as I have, it takes a long time to get things where they need to be. Anyway, that's all I got for now, guys. Please be sure to like the video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and definitely leave me some love in the comments down below. Keep training hard, and I will catch you guys next time.